The February winter holidays are underway in France, and in HONFLEUR, tourists have begun to arrive to enjoy the picturesque harbour on Normandy's coast. This couple say they feel lucky to be here because, like most people in France, they had expected to be in lockdown.
We are happy to be able to travel as we really thought we would be confined again, so we're trying to make the most of things, even if the situation means we can't enjoy restaurants or bars.
For several weeks, French ministers had suggested that a third nationwide lockdown was imminent because COVID cases are high and more contagious strains are spreading. So French President Emmanuel Macron's sudden decision not to impose one took most people by surprise and forced the government to change its tune.
There
certainly exists a path to avoid a lockdown. It may be narrow, but it's there, and we'd be wrong not to try and follow it.
The government has tightened existing measures. It's extended a nighttime curfew and imposed more restrictions on shops and travel in and out of France. Restaurants, bars, cultural and sports centres remain shut, but schools are open. Macron is said to be worried about the impact of another lockdown on the economy and on people's mental health. But with the pandemic showing no immediate signs of abating in the country, it is clearly a political gamble.
The president is taking a risk as it's his decision, even though the government announced it. Obviously, he wants to protect the economy, so he's waiting as long as possible to see if a full lockdown is needed. It's a big gamble, but if it pays off, it will put him in a strong position before next year's presidential election.
But this doctor says there's no room for gambling when it comes to people's lives. And without a strict lockdown, the health situation could deteriorate rapidly.
This might be a big mistake, actually, because the situation in France is really bad. So we are seeing a high plateau. Actually, it's not really a plateau because the number of contaminations per day is still increasing.
The government has not totally ruled out another lockdown, but they hope the tighter restrictions, some regional measures and a stepped-up vaccine rollout will help avoid one. 1 year before the next election, it is clear that Macron has a lot to gain if his strategy succeeds. But he could also have much to lose if it does not. Natacha Butler, Al Jazeera, HONFLEUR, Normandy.